Hey, hello. Hello. So I'm a little early today because I just want to make sure that I made it on time. Sometimes just be not happening for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to share some links. So, hello. Welcome. So, I just want to say, I hope you're here and I hope you subscribe to this beautiful channel. I have some new plans for the channel, but right now we're just going to really get started. We're just going to really get started and talk about, let's see. It's so funny. People are texting me because, I put this notification for my regular Facebook page that I will be going down to 900 friends. And I used to have like 1,700, this ridiculous amount. And, at the end of the day, I'm not saying people didn't read my things or whichever, but some of those people, I have met once, twice, three times a late, not even three, like once or twice. So I feel like they should just follow my professional page, my Tamara Della Anderson creative page on Facebook, or now follow Gumbo Lab, this production company that I just started, which is crazy every time I think about it, but really exciting work. So I have 5 minutes. I feel like I should sing a little song. Yesterday I have this amazing video I put together. No, let's not even talk about that. Yesterday I had the sheer pleasure of watching some of our most talented youth from the city of Philly perform poetry, BMCs, for our Black Joy, Black Lives Matter Week of Action concert. We started kind of last year for the last 3 years, like ending the week on a high, ending the week with some sort of joy. And I think that's important. I want to talk about that today. I want to talk about the importance of loving yourself and all that good stuff. So right now I'm just chilling. I'm probably going to delete some of it, see what happens. Let me think. Alexa, can you, let me see. I didn't even ask her right. Let me see what I want her to play.
That. Please try that again. By the way, you have one more notification.
Oh.
When you see the yellow light ring on your device, it means you have a notification or message.
Look at that.
Just say, read my notifications.
Probably not during the live. So here we go. Alexa, play Keep On Making a Way.
Keep On Making a Way by on Amazon Music.
Uh-oh, because it's Sunday. Over and over again. Always bringing me out. Over and over again. You've done so much. Thank you, I what? I'm making a way for me. Making a way. Yes. Always. Over and over again. Always bringing me out. Over and over again. You've done so much. For you, keep on making a way for me. Here goes the breakdown. Keep on making a way. Over and over again. Always bringing me out. Over and over again. Lord, you've done so much. Unto you I owe. Will now bring your praise. Praise to your name. Making a way from me. Okay, sopranos. Making a way from me. Opening doors for me. Taking care of me. People. Making a way for me. What? Opening doors for me. This music is not mine, but I am happy to share it with you. Thanks to Amazon Music. And this is Making a Way by such and such choir. Okay, altos, away from me. Open the doors for me. Taking care of me. Sinners, taken away from me. Opening doors for me. Taking care of me. Keep on making a way for me. Opening doors for me. Taking care of me. What? Glory to your name. We'll never sing your praise. Glory to your name. Keep on making a way for me. Making a way for me. Yes. Opening doors for me. Taking care of me. Keep on making a way for me. Opening doors for me. Taking care of me. Keep on making a way for me. Opening doors for me. Taking care of me. Yes. So we're going to get started. Thank you for those who have come to view the room. Yes. So that's it. Yes. Alexa, stop. Yes. So I love that I can have a little background music before we get started. So today is Valentine's Day. And it's such an interesting Hallmark holiday because, when I was little, you would get your little Valentine's cards and your little candies, and you were so excited to like bring them to people at school, even people who weren't your friends. Oh, I think that's maybe that was just me. So you would bring candy, you would make cards for your mommy and family, and you would put hearts all over it, and it would just, be amazing and great. So what I have learned over the years is that the most important person to celebrate on Valentine's Day is you. You have to celebrate you first. Okay? So when you celebrate you, that could be anything. Like today, I had just bought all these wonderful, wonderful bath bombs from Lush a couple of days ago. So I treated myself to a nice, luxurious bath. All the water turned pink because of the bath bombs. I'm so excited. It's a little thing. I put my hair up in a little style today as opposed to just, being whatever. Threw a little makeup on my face and cheeks to give it that shine. But mostly, that's all on the outside. But on the inside, I reminded myself that I am enough. Yes. And this is for those who are in relationships, in between relationships, those who are trying to figure out what their relationship looks like, even those who are in really difficult, arduous relationships right now, because we don't always talk about that, especially during this time where people have been kind of forced to be at home with their abusers or with people who are really unkind because work schedules have changed, life has changed, right? I mean, we're no longer really going out. That was something I was thinking about a couple of days ago, is that, how do you take care of you during this time? And yes, Valentine's Day reminds us about love and all those things. But I really think it should remind us that love is the start. Love is not always enough to conquer our most deepest and entrenched fears that we have about ourselves, our talent, our worth, right? Not all of us received accolades or healthy or positive love from our parents or from our families. So some of us have very shaky foundations. I was very fortunate to have, a beautiful foundation, but I also recognize that not all of us do. And so because of that, it is really important to build mantras and self affirmations, whether you hang them on your refrigerator, whether you start your morning with them. I think it's very important when you wake up to not jump up and look at your cell phone or jump up and look at your iPad or rush to go see, who's trying to contact you. The first thing you do is check in with self. So one thing that the Gumbo Lab is doing, even though, yes, a space for artists to thrive and to kind of, incubate and work on new projects or bring new projects or bring projects that haven't been fully developed, whether it be a play or a script for a short film or a feature film and things like that. It's also a space of community. And what I mean by community is even in our most trying times, you have to have a community that looks like you, that feels like you. And what I mean by that is, you are with people. Somebody was on a panel Friday with a bunch of wonderful educators and activists and organizers. And one thing that somebody has said was finding those other people to work with who are guided by the same thing, right? Guided by that same internal compass. If you want to build community and build good work, but somebody else simply just wants to get famous, those are two different compasses. Those are two different internal structures, right? So you have to be really careful. You also have to make sure that you combine efforts with people who work with a sense of integrity. It's nothing worse than being in this business and not feeling like you were being told the entire truth about something, right? Especially in this business, like this business, the business of art, business of theater, the business of film is filled with illusions, right? It's filled with the idea of what could and could not be. So at its very center, you have to fully know who you are. You have to be fully sitting in your truth, if that makes any sense. It helps your performance. It helps how you engage with other actors. It helps as a director, how your vision merges very seamlessly with the vision of the playwright or the vision of the people on stage, right? It allows you to erase ego and to look at a more organic structure that's about coming together as this point of like, I'm in charge and everybody else has to listen to me no matter what. Which makes me, think about like, what does it mean to do art and to be in love or to find love during this time when we're so far apart, right? When we are literally being controlled by something we have no idea of what it is. We have doctors who tell us about COVID-19. We have new requirements for people to get back into some theaters or to do some films, but there's still a lot of unknown and unrest. We're also very much still grappling as a country with our own racial striations and identity that go back from the beginning of time. So I also need people to realize that like this is not new. Yes, we have a cuckoo person who was our president, but this is not new. Like this idea, like who we are in this space is, and that was really important for me too for Gumbo Lab. Like this idea of Blackness being the center of the space, and what does that mean, and celebrating Black joy and authentic selves, right? I find a lot of times when I'm doing self tapes or when I'm auditioning for spaces, I I come through much better when I am settled and I am calm and I am not bringing the angst of the world into the space with me, even into the virtual space, right? Um, so yes. So first things first is I want you to say that you love you because that's where it all starts. You cannot, it's difficult to even love your children, even if you gave birth to them or did not. Your family members, your loved ones, your partners and spouses, all that is difficult if it doesn't start with self love, a healthy dose of self love, also, too. Okay. So make sure you're kind to yourself. Make sure you wake up each morning, you breathe and you think like, oh, okay, this is what I'm, then this is a new day, right? For me to do X, Y, and Z. I also, want to thank everybody who's already subscribed to the channel. Please continue to subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers and keep that number moving. Um, in the spring, there will be educational programming on this channel that'll be available as far as acting and coaching and self-taping and voiceover work and all those things will be here. We're inviting some new artists to come and take the platform over and provide some wonderful programming for our new and growing community. Also want to make sure that you are buying tickets for the shows. So all the tickets are available on our website at www.gumbolab.com. We also have shirts in the swag store, which are very exciting to have. Beautiful colors, very warm, like different colors. And that's pretty much all I really have for today. I mean, the shows themselves, there's some wonderful descriptions of the shows. First Quarter Moon written by Ange Bay, directed by myself, and cinematography guidance by Ariel Taylor. So that is actually February 26th and February 27th, along with Nikki G. Monogamy Ruined My Relationship, written by Nikki G, directed by Lisa Strum, with cinematography assistance also by Ariel Taylor. And then opening weekend, February 19th and February 20th is Vita Landrone's show, Mind Cunt. Yes, I did say it. The Clitatorship. It's an amazing show. All these shows are actually very amazing, tell very amazing stories. That is directed by Marquise Gibson with cinematography assistance by Stephanie Malzahn. So please, please continue to support the work that's happening in the Gumbo Lab. Also, if you are an artist and you are the director or assistant director, all those things, please consider joining the BIPOC database and resource guide that I've developed. It's over 120 creatives. Job listings are on there pretty much weekly. People always send job listings for you to really get out into the world and get work and things like that. I'm going to actually put that link in the chat. All right. So without further ado, I am going to close. I always like to close with some music. I'm trying to see. Maybe we should close with some Fela. Alexa, play Zombie.
Here's Zombie by the Cranberries on Amazon Music.
I said, Alexa, play Zombie by Fela.
Here's Zombie by the Cranberries on Amazon Music.
No, that's okay. Alexa, stop. I think I'm saying it wrong. I'm thinking Zombie. It is Zombie. I think that's it. Yeah. Alexa, play Zombie by Fela Kuti.
Shuffling song by Fela Kuti on Amazon Music.
I was like, it is Zombie. Okay, now she played it. She played it after she shuffled. This is why you can't have nice things. Yeah, so we're gonna have a little music. So, oh, what is it? The song reminds me of being in person and dancing and gathering. So let's talk about that. So the reason why I came up with the name Gumbo, had to do with like gathering over food and music and good vibrations and people, right? And let me tell you, I have put together this amazing creative team. So Stephanie, Ariel, Lisa, Marquise, yes, just working in very organic, symbiont sort of energy. Yes. What? So remember to get your tickets today. And tickets are $15, February 19th and 20th. Or you can tune in February 26th and 27th. Yes. Okay. What? Alexa, stop. I'm so glad she stopped because sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes she keeps on playing as if I'm not like the owner of the house. You know what I'm saying? Like I have seen her literally play over and over again. So the last thing I said I would talk about, I think I said I would talk about dating apps or any sort of like, so let's talk about dating. So now I was looking through these apps and now they have Facebook dating. And, Match has this whole thing where you can, um, video chat, video date with people. So people have like started these new relationships through video chats or through, things like this. So it's virtual, it's safe, so, you don't give the corona to the new person you're trying to meet. There is that. But I think it's also interesting that you can also, so like my daughter has been having these social visits, like quote unquote virtual social visits, where they are doing like Netflix groups where they watch movies on Zoom. My mom and I watch TV. So I'm thinking like maybe I should give these new dating apps a try. Because my history with dating apps has been hilarious. I mean, I think I have met, no, I have met two sane people ever on those apps. And, had a decent relationship. You parted just because you did. Um, but I do want to say that if you can find love during this time and it makes sense to you and it feels settled in your spirit, then I say go for it. But I still go back to what I started the show with, that if you don't love yourself first, if you have not worked on self first, if you are not constantly grappling with your fears, your traumas, and all your angst that makes you who you are, then it is very unfair to enter a relationship with somebody when you are still trying to figure out like how you tick, right? You need to make sure that you figure that out first, right? Same thing with creativity. Many of us are trying to figure out how to be creative during this time, how to be paid during this time as creatives, right? There's lots of virtual content where people are doing cabaret shows and residencies, and they're not paying artists or not even offering artists or directors some sort of like stipend or money. So we have to really be really careful and think about that too, because there is always, we always say it's because of COVID that artists aren't being paid. No, that's nothing new. Artists constantly have always been, it's always been this devalue, or people telling you, even if you have a very rich resume, people saying, oh, well, this is like really good experience for you. This is really good, outlet for you, where people can, after this, people will give you all kind of jobs. No, this is a job and you should get paid for said job. Yes? Mm-hmm. Always no, always no. So now we're closing out this YouTube Live. I'm so excited that you joined my little thing. And if you watch this afterwards and you want to leave some comments afterwards, as far as like some classes you would like to see on the channel, not just acting classes, it could be classes for singing, it could be classes for movement, it could be classes for film, how to write for film, how to write for TV, how to write for the stage, any of those things. How do you actually produce a virtual project, like a show that pops and it sizzles, right? How do you do that? How do you create virtual concerts, which is what we just did last night? But you can actually go on the Racial Justice Organizing Committee's Facebook page. You can see this wonderful concert that we curated for virtual content. So let me know your thoughts. My name is Tamara. I'm so excited that people decide to join me today. Remember to get your tickets. They're going fast. And I look forward to seeing each of you as Gumbo Lab continues on their journey. Bye. Alexa, continue. So we're going to close to Zombie by Fela Kuti. Yes.